Welcome to Golf Getaway and welcome to Kauri Cliffs in the beautiful Bay of Islands, New Zealand. Kauri Cliffs has been voted in the world's top 40 golf courses and has so much to offer. I've had to create 2 shows to fit in all of its beauty, hospitality and unique activities. In today's show, Ryan Brandeburg, the Director of Golf, gives me a guided tour of the front 9, takes me mountain biking, Kauri Tree and Waterfall spotting, and I speak to its owner, Julian Robertson.
Hi there, I'm Andrew McCombe.
And I'm Ryan Brandeburg, Director of Golf, and welcome to Kauri Cliff.
Kauri Cliffs is a 5,930 metre par 72 championship golf course located here in the Bay of Islands, New Zealand.
With ocean views from 15 holes and ranked in the world's top 40, PGA Tour star Brandt Snedeker calls Kauri Cliffs Pebble Beach on steroids.
Mir, there are worse ways to spend the day, so if you're up for it, I'm going to drag you around our golf course.
Come on, I've heard big things. Let's get into it. The first at Kauri Cliffs. It's a 382 metre par 4. I'm excited. Check it out. It goes all the way down to the ocean there, but it looks relatively benign. And with me is Director of Golf here at Kauri Cliffs, Ryan Brandeburg, all the way from Ohio. How did that work, Ryan?
A lot of luck. Worked my way here about 4 years ago, and I've enjoyed every minute since.
And you've had some famous golfers come through the place.
We have. We were lucky enough to host Fred Couples and Michael Campbell in 2003 for the Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, and then the Kiwi Challenge PGA Tour event in 2008.
Michael Campbell, Fred Couples. Tell you what, how about today, in honour of the event, I'll be Michael Campbell, you be Fred Couples, and what are we playing for?
I believe it was 400,000 US.
400,000?
Yep.
Well, good
checkbook. That'll play well.
Beautiful views.
Absolutely, we're kind of known for our views here. Bay of Islands, we've got Kerry about 30 minutes away, Paihia about 45 minutes, and way down in the distance there is Cape Brett with the famous hole in the rock.
Spectacular. 15 holes out of 18 have water views.
Absolutely, you'll see the ocean a lot today. All right, for the birdie, take the match 1 up.
Just like Michael Campbell.
Ah, we stay square, going to 2.
Hey. It's like a centimetre.
Fantastic.
Big chance, Freddie.
Ah!
Square. We're still square.
All right, on to the 3rd.
We've come to the 4th. It's a 478 metre par 5. Ryan, I don't think I've seen a more beautiful par 5 in my life. Look at it.
It is a pretty spectacular hole. You know, it's actually a funny story. When our owner was actually playing with Michael Campbell, just after the golf course opened, Michael actually looked at this hole and said it was one of the most beautiful par 5s he's ever seen in his life. And would Mr. Robertson consider naming the hole in his honor, which we did, and the hole has been named Cambo ever since.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
So I'm playing the right guy today.
You are. If you're Campbell and I'm Couples, this is your hole.
Okay, well, how are we going to play it? It looks kind of snaky down to the green there.
It does. It kind of winds its way down. You can see the big hillside on the left. The best play is a left center tee shot that'll feed its way right, and it'll give you a great shot to go for the green in 2.
Okay. I love the way that hill frames up that bay there too.
That will be perfect.
Oh, magic shot.
Beautiful second shot, Ryan. You're about a 130 out. What I noticed about Kauri already is you've got massive, massive landscapes behind. How do you judge the distance on these things?
It is a bit challenging here because the property does move quite a bit, so we get a lot of elevation change. This is a good example. You know, we're kind of hitting a bit of a cross shot here instead of playing the hole kind of as it was intended in the fairway flows, and the green does sit a little bit lower. So we actually are close to a sprinkler head. I'm about 140 meters away, but I'm going to play this shot a bit more as a 130 meter shot because that green sits down a little bit, and we've also got a wee bit of wind helping us as well.
Good luck. Oh, straight at it. Did you like that one, Ryan?
That was absolutely fantastic. I gotta make this just a push, don't I?
Yeah, I thought you had me on this hole.
Well, it's your hole, so I guess you deserve it.
For the birdie. Oh, he's pushed it.
I tried to firm it.
Hey?
Pushed it.
You gonna give me that one?
You got it. It's yours.
Thank you. It's
You're welcome.
Cambo's hole. That's why they play so well.
That was a great bunker shot.
With me is Julian Robertson. Julian, welcome to Golf Getaway.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be on Golf Getaway.
Julian, tell me about this. You're North Carolinian, is that how they say it?
Linian.
You live in New York and work in New York, and you happen to own 3 of New Zealand's finest properties. How does that happen?
Well, this particular one where we are now was the most interesting purchase in that a friend of mine in the investment business called one day, and he said, well, I'm sending some people down there to look for the property, and would you like me to look for something for you? To make a long story short, my wife and I had lived in New Zealand in 1978-9, and we had fallen in love with Northland, so I said if they find a pretty farm up in Northland, I would be interested.
And you're obviously very, very successful in the business world, and it's allowed you to create something as beautiful as Kauri Cliffs. What was the inspiration behind Kauri Cliffs for you?
Well, it was just a beautiful piece of property which I thought should be shown to the world, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that.
Mm. And you own Cape Kidnappers, Matakauri Lodge. Which one's your favourite out of all 3?
Well, I'm really closer to Kauri Cliffs and Cape Kidnappers. My wife was around for the openings, and she had such a huge influence on those 2 properties. And they really are sort of, in a little small way, a reincarnation of her tastes. So those 2 are my favorites. Matakauri is more a purchase that we redesigned, and I love it. It's beautiful, and I love Queenstown. But I think the family link is closer in this one and the Cape.
And what's your favourite thing about Kauri Cliffs?
I think the favorite thing about Kauri Cliffs are these islands offshore. I think the 14th, 15th, and 16th holes, 17th, are just sensational, and I don't think there are any better holes anywhere.
Well, Julian, you've done a lot for New Zealand tourism. What would you like your legacy to be known for in relation to your impact on New Zealand tourism?
Well, I'd love for it to be known as a successful development that was really good for the environment, and I think it'll be that.
Julian, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Straight at it.
played.
For the birdie, Ryan.
Score up the mat.
Oh, he's nailed it. Nailed it. Well done.
All right.
We're all square.
On to 6.
Best drive of the day.
There we go. Back to back. All right, Mir, we've played some of the golf course. Now I'm going to show you a little different side of the property.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, Mir, you ready to see our Kauri tree?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Heard big things about this Kauri tree.
It's a giant tree. So Mir, we're walking through our Totra forest to see the Kauri tree. So this is the oldest Kauri tree on privately held land in New Zealand. And here it is.
Jeez, it's a monster.
It is a monster.
How tall is it?
This tree itself is about 700 to 900 years old. It's about 40 meters tall. And it would take about 10 people arm in arm to get all the way around it.
Really? This plaque here obviously acknowledges Julian's passion for the Kauri trees.
It does. Julian is a big fan of the Kauri trees. We've planted several infants on the property. We've got a few infants around the giant here. And as we'll talk about on the golf course as well, the 18th hole is aptly named after one of the most majestic Kauri trees in New Zealand. But right here, we're on a 12-hectare piece of property set aside as part of the Queen Elizabeth Trust. So this property will always be protected, and that was kind of Julian giving back, trying to make sure this tree always stands, because this whole property would have been covered in Kauris back in the 1900s, early 1900s.
Can imagine. It would have been hugely dense, wouldn't it, with the amount of land that's out there?
Absolutely, and just overforested to the point that only a few of these remain. That's why it's so important for us to preserve what we have on site.
Beautiful spot on the property.
Not a bad spot at all. I'm glad that we had a chance to come out and do this. It's a good break in between golf. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, this waterfall is actually an exciting surprise for the Robertsons when they bought the property. They weren't aware that it was here, but it's a great private waterfall. But we've had everything from marriage proposals to picnics and biking and hiking out here.
Probably the best water hazard on the property.
Absolutely, and we actually do use this water as part of our irrigation for the golf course and the greater farm. And the actual river that runs through here is actually one of the natural boundaries of the property itself.
You up for a swim?
I would certainly do it. You first.
Thanks for showing me around, Ryan, but I can feel that golf's a calling.
I think it's time to head back to the golf course.
We've arrived at the 7th, the most beautiful golf hole I reckon I've ever seen. It's a 160 metre par 3. Ryan, talk me through this one.
This is our 7th hole, aptly named Cavelli because of the Cavelli Islands that are behind us. So this is world-class fishing, sailing, and great diving at the Rainbow Warrior.
The Rainbow Warrior.
Absolutely, just due north up the beach.
Okay, well, with such a beautiful golf hole, this one definitely deserves the nearest the pin. What do you reckon?
I'm up for that, let's do it.
10 bucks?
10 bucks, on top of the 400,000?
Absolutely.
Separate bet, okay.
Good luck, you're 2 up. I don't know how I'm gonna go paying that extra 10. Oh, it's gone long.
Ah, looks a little short. We'll have to see.
Well, Ryan, I went short, you've gone long, but honestly, do you really care with a view like that?
You know, after 4 years, I still get distracted by them.
We didn't win the 10 bucks either. Oh, good shot. I am seriously distracted here. Look at this view and this part. I know which one I'd rather have, but this for the square.
Oh, well done.
Straight in.
Well done.
Look at it.
Pretty spectacular.
Hey? We've come to the 9th. It's a 315 metre par 4, and it's called Giant Steps for obvious reasons. Big uphill there, Ryan. Talk us through it.
As you said, the 3 platforms of the hole kind of create those giant steps, and it's hard to imagine that this hole at one stage was pure farmland. So nothing but sheep and cattle enjoying the view. And you know, thankfully in the last 14 years, we've been able to kind of carve out the golf hole as you see it today.
Well, 315 looks short, but it's going to be long, I'm sure.
Well, it's a square match, so let's see what you can do.
Oh, yes.
Putting the pressure on.
Shot.
98.5.
Oh, that's going to be at least 98.
Oh, very nice. Good shot.
Well, righto, I got my putt for the par. See how you go.
Oh,
You can have that for par.
generous of you.
What a great front line. Let's go and have a drink, and then we'll take on that back 9 and see if we can win that 400,000.
Sounds good.
Ryan, you've been here 4 years. You must absolutely love the place.
It's amazing. You know, with what the Robertsons did here, the lodge and the golf course, absolutely world class. The contrast you get on the property with the farmland and the fescue and the golf course, again, is amazing. And just living in the Bay of Islands has been a really special treat.
What about that 4th hole? It looks like a painting, doesn't it?
You did fairly well on that hole, and it's well named after your character today.
Well, isn't it? And that 7th, when you hit that 7th, you see the Cavelli Islands, all the ocean, and back up into the farmland and the golf course, just spectacular.
I would say more golf balls are lost on 7 just due to the views than anything else.
Okay, well, we're all square in the match. Why don't we quickly have a drink and then attack that back 9?
That sounds good.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna put the local knowledge into play in the back 9.
Well, there it is. I'm Andrew McCombe.
And I'm Ryan Brandeburg. Thanks for watching Golf Getaway from Kauri Cliffs.
For more videos, special offers and information, go to golfgetaway.com.au or like us at facebook.com/golfgetawaytv.
We'll see you next week.